Welcome to the Okta release highlights. We will go over new generally available features and early access new features, so let's get started. Generally available features. SharePoint People Picker version 2.4 is now available for download. Custom email domain. You can configure a custom domain so that emails Okta sends to your end users appears to come from an address that you specify instead of the default Okta sender, noreply@okta.com. This allows you to present a more branded experience to your end users, and this feature is being re-released. Open LDAP support for auxiliary object classes. You can now input a comma-separated list of auxiliary object classes when importing users from LDAP. This feature is also being re-released. Third-generation sign-in widget. The third-generation sign-in widget is more accessible and uses modern frameworks that provide a better end-user and developer experience. Okta built the experience from ground up for Identity Engine, which allows for better velocity, customization, accessibility, and globalization. Demonstrating proof of possession. OAuth 2.0 Demonstrating proof of possession is a security feature that adds an extra layer of protection to OAuth 2.0 access tokens. It enables the client to demonstrate that it possesses a particular key or secret associated with the access token. OAuth 2.0 Depop can help prevent certain attacks such as token theft or token replay attacks where an attacker intercepts a legitimate access token and uses it to gain unauthorized access to a protected resource. Okta LDAP Agent Automatic Update Support. Admins can now initiate or schedule automatic updates to Okta LDAP agents from the admin console. With Agent Auto Update functionality, admins no longer need to manually uninstall and then reinstall Okta LDAP agents when a new agent version is released. Agent Auto Updates keep your agents up to date and compliant with the Okta support policy and help ensure your org has the latest Okta features and functionality. Single or multiple agents can be updated on demand, or updates can be scheduled to occur outside of business hours to reduce downtime and disruption to users. Redesigned admin role pages. The Create a Role and Edit Role pages for custom admin role configuration now provide a simpler, more intuitive user experience. Permission conditions for profile attributes. You can now apply conditions to the view users and their details and edit users' profile attributes custom admin role permissions. Permission conditions help you limit the scope of a role by including or excluding admins' access to individual profile attributes. This gives you more granular control over your custom admin roles and helps meet your org's unique security needs. IME support for international characters. Admins can now use an input method editor to type international characters into the admin console. Sign-in requirements for new devices. Users are now prompted for MFA each time they sign in when an authentication policy rule requires MFA for new devices. IDP Lifecycle Event Hooks. IDP Lifecycle events are now eligible for use as event hooks. Toggle between second and third generations of the sign-in widget. Admins can switch their orgs between the second and third generation of the sign-in widget using a new toggle switch. And let's wrap up with a look at early access features now available. Read-only permissions for admin role assignments. Super admins can now assign the roles, resources, and admin assignments permissions to their delegated admins. This permission gives admins a read-only view of the admin roles, resource sets, and admin assignments in the org. Workday Writeback Enhancement. When this feature is enabled, Okta makes separate calls to update work and home contact information. This feature requires the home contact change and work contact change business process security policy permissions in Workday. End user setting for nicknaming factors. End users can now nickname their phone, WebAuthn, and Okta Verify factors. If they have enrolled multiple instances of a factor, giving nicknames helps them identify the factors quickly. For example, My Personal Cell Phone or My Office MacBook Touch ID. This is a self-service feature. Use your own email provider. You can now use an external email provider to send email notifications in Okta. By default, email notifications such as the welcome email or an account recovery email are sent through an Okta-managed SMTP server. However, you can configure a third-party email provider in Okta and send these emails through it. Adding a custom email provider gives you more control over your email delivery. Thanks for viewing the Okta release highlights. For additional details, please visit the Okta release notes and product note links, which can be found in the video description.